Good afternoon, dear students. Today we will discuss little about the very common used word in the competitive exam section. So that is nothing but the MCQs, the multiple choice questions. Everyone knows that in the multiple choice question, you have one question and you have got four answers. So suppose if you take the example like so question is which is the largest artery? If you have no options, okay. So here I have taken a very simple basic question where it is asked which is the largest artery. You have got four answers. For sure, you have got one correct answer in this, and the rest of the three are called the distractors. So you have got two ways in identifying the correct answer. If you know the answer very much, if you are very sure that which one is the largest artery in the human body, so you can directly identify the aorta. The aorta is the correct answer, whereas rest of the three are the distractors. Otherwise, you have got one more way. You can eliminate the wrong answers. The carotid artery, if you are reading the brain topic correctly, you know the carotid artery is nothing but the artery which supplies the blood to the brain. If you again read the CNS topic, the jugular is not an artery itself. The jugular is a jugular vein. None of the above, all the above, there are certain answers which you are expecting in some way or the other. But in most of the cases, most of the examination boards have given the instruction that this kind of distractor should not be there because it cannot be a valid, perfect distractor. So, keeping it apart, you have got the two ways. One, exactly identifying the correct answer or eliminating the three wrong answers. You will get the correct answer. So, this was about the question on that. So, coming to the exam. So, most of the competitive exams are based on the multiple choice questions. If you take the engineering section, you have got the GATE. The same GATE was there for pharmacy students also, but nowadays it has become GPAT. The pattern remains same. So how you are going to tackle the MCQs and how you are going to utilize the time given in that examination and how you are going to get maximum marks. So I will give some 2 or 3 segments how you can get more time and less pressure. So coming to that, suppose if you are having 50 questions, the numbers vary in different exams and different sections. If you have got 50 questions, when you start, the general tendency is you are going exactly with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you are stuck in somewhere 4th or 5th question, if it is having any calculation part, you go on doing that calculation. No, it is not the correct way because doing that calculation, you may skip some of the important questions which you are sure. So I will tell you. First of all, you are supposed to read all the questions, the whole question. In that, definitely, at least 10% of that, 5 to 10 questions, you are perfect enough that yes, this is the correct answer. Like, if you are taking this question only as an example, aorta is the largest artery. If you know that, don't think other things. Just tick the OMR sheet and move forward. Like this, you are going to get at least 5 questions. Suppose maximum 10. You are not going to get sure shot questions all. That is also for sure. In the second section, so this was about the first part where you are sure. So in the second part, you are going to get difficult questions and the calculated questions. You can take that part in this second section where you can remove the unwanted answers, eliminate the wrong answers, then get the correct answer. And if it is having any calculation part, do that calculation only if you know the formula and if you know the method. Then I think in this part around 40 questions you will cross if you have done the proper preparation. If you have not done the proper preparation, it's not going to work. Preparation is no substitute. And in the third and final segment, you are going to take again the 5 to 10 questions depending upon the sure shot questions. So these are most difficult questions. So here you don't know the calculation part, you have to recollect with little more stress, or they are very difficult, or sometimes you are not read that question. You have to tackle it along with the questions which you know, which is the topic you have read. So in the third part, you are going to give that time. And after that, if you don't attempt also, don't worry about that because you have attempted more than the expected questions. So here, if you don't attempt the most difficult questions also, you will gain again because there are certain exams where you have got the negative marking also. So, if you have left the unwanted, the questions which you are not sure, you have not lost 1 mark, you have gained 0.25 mark which you might have lost because of negative marking. So, don't worry about the final. But if you do in this way, you will save the time, you will get relief from the pressure at every segment. If you reach to the third stage, though you are having 5 to 10 questions to be attempted, but if you follow this, you are confident enough that you have solved around 35 to 40 questions. So if you follow this segment, probably with the proper preparation, you may do very good in exam and you may get the result what you expect. So I am not telling that this whole talk or this whole tips which I have given are total or 100%, but definitely few of my tips